Trwa spór polityczny.
There is a political dispute, not a legal one, and this is what constitutionalists are talking about in the case of Mariusz Kamiński and Maciej Wąsik, who were not allowed to enter the Polish parliament today. Why? And who is right in this dispute? This is what I'm checking today. Whatever you say, both gentlemen are full members of parliament because that's what the Supreme Court decided. The Marshal of the Sejm does not decide who is an MP. We are acting on the order of the Speaker of the Sejm, and we will let you in if we have such an order. The Marshal's Guard was ordered by the Marshal of the Sejm not to allow Mariusz Kamiński and Maciej Wąsik to enter the Sejm this morning. In the light of both the Constitution and the Electoral Code, it cannot be said that the parliamentarians are no longer MPs. However, Marshal Szymon Hołownia thinks otherwise. They will not participate in the same session as MPs, and there is no doubt about it. I said at the senior convention that nothing will change in this situation. Marshal Hołownia refers to the ruling of the Labour Chamber of the Supreme Court, although the Audit Chamber had previously confirmed, in accordance with its competences, that Wąsik and Kamiński were MPs. This is a crime against democracy. As a result of these illegal activities, the Sejm is sitting with an unconstitutional number of deputies. I would like to point out that so far as the National Electoral Commission has not indicated any candidates to take up parliamentary seats in our place. At the end of January, the National Electoral Commission asked for a legal basis on which the Speaker of the Sejm requested the expiration of the mandates. She did not name their successors. Article 26, paragraph 1 of the Act on the Supreme Court clearly states that the jurisdiction of the Chamber of Extraordinary Control on Public Affairs includes matters regarding which an appeal has been filed against the resolutions of the National Electoral Commission. The judgment is final and Mr. Marshall has nothing to say in this matter. Everything else is part of the coup d'etat we are dealing with in Poland. The decision of the Speaker of the Sejm, Szymon Hołownia, regarding the expiry of the mandate of Law and Justice MP Mariusz Kamiński was published in Monitor Polski, but illegally. Pursuant to the provisions of the Act, the decision is unambiguous. Namely, both men remain MPs, and there is no legal possibility to change that. The Marshal should allow both MPs to perform their duties. Marshal Hołownia is of the opinion that Law and Justice is practicing political hooliganism. This is a political problem. No one thinks about the political consequences. I'm thinking here about the government side. But why does the Speaker of the Sejm, a politician, choose the Chamber of the Supreme Court whose ruling he will respect? There is an obvious violation of the principle of legalism by state authorities. By going beyond the powers granted to them, they act contrary to the regulations, and this is exactly what the Marshal of the Sejm does. We have legal standards that have no effect. They come down to appearances, to fiction. And it could be even worse. The content of the resolution stating that 3 judges of the Constitutional Tribunal have not been sworn in according to the law has not yet been promulgated, but politicians have announced their adoption. This means moving away from the democratic system and switching to a non-democratic system. I will not look for a name for this system because it is something new, at least for now, because it is heading towards dictatorship. I want to emphasize very strongly that the fight Maciej and I are fighting is not our private matter. It is about the principles of functioning of democracy in our country. Today there is no law, only force. Unfortunately, we have to say this. Edyta Hołdyńska, Republika Television.